Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are at the Policy Conference put on by the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce. So we're coming to you from the Grand Hotel, and we have a grand lady with us, as a matter of fact.
Well, hi there.
How about that? Nicole Noll-Williams, who is the CEO of the Capital Region International Airport.
Yeah.
So how are things going? Are you keeping stuff in the air?
Yeah, we are. It's definitely a challenging time in the industry. I've been back now with the Airport Authority for just over a year. And of course, we've got the slow return of the business traveler coming out of the pandemic, and airlines trying to maneuver through shortages of pilots. Crew issues are significant. When I've got carriers like Delta and American wanting to expand and add additional service, but pilots is one of the key issues of why they're not able to add that service. It's extremely challenging. And then we also look at fuel prices, right? So the industry is greatly impacted by the increase in fuel prices, and what are we going to do, or how can we help maneuver and support these carriers at the Lansing Airport to see growth and success? And not just our airport, the aviation industry across the state of Michigan.
Yeah, there's an extreme shortage, and we've got some things that are happening. Lansing Community College in Lansing, Michigan, they're putting a lot of mechanics into the aerospace industry, but we still need pilots, as you said.
We do. So the Airport Authority in Lansing, we own and operate the Capital Region International Airport, as well as Mason Jewett. And down at Mason Jewett, we actually have Lansing Community College Aviation Mechanics Program, as you were referring to. We're graduating kids with a direct feed into the maintenance program after 2 years, and it is a feed to Delta Airlines, to the business aviation sector. So for folks out there that are interested in getting involved in aviation, there's a couple strong paths to look at, is the mechanic side as well as the pilot shortage. And we're working on partnering with some of our local educational institutions to see about expansions of flight programs being available in Lansing. So stay tuned. We hope to have more information later this year.
Well, and not only that, because you always think about passenger enplanements, deplanements, right? You do a lot with cargo. As a matter of fact, I ran into one of the regional directors from UPS.
Yeah. It's we have a little over 200 employees today that are operating in and out of Lansing, supporting the UPS shipping that comes in and out of Lansing. A little over 60 million pounds of cargo coming in and out of our central location in the state of Michigan. And so we've been able to establish some funding to expand our cargo ramp a little over 50%. So we're working on some of the design and moving forward with that project. Hopefully shovels in the ground later this year. And the opportunity for growth in that region is so central and key for us in diversifying our revenues. How do we look at the passenger growth and trying to reestablish passenger travel, but also looking at cargo and land development opportunities to really become that entity that can be a supporter for all of the corporations within our region.
Hey, can we talk a little bit about your fair trade zone in Port Lansing?
Yeah, we became a port of entry back in 2009, and from there we developed many other pieces. We've established a foreign trade zone, we have a bonded warehouse facility, container freight station, and we're also a federal inspection station. So there's actually only 2 airports in the state of Michigan that have international capabilities to clear 19 people or over within the state of Michigan. That's Detroit Metro and then Lansing Airport. So we've been able to, on the passenger side, see some opportunities with flights to Cancun and Punta Cana and Jamaica and Puerto Vallarta over the years. So we hope to have some announcements later this summer that kind of announce this next season of service, but it also helps to support cargo. And so as we look at opportunities, whether it's GM's battery plant that's going to be building, whether it's the Amazon facilities that are just down the road, how can we create that opportunity to clear international cargo as well right from the Lansing Airport?
Yeah, so port of entry, define exactly what that is. I mean, you can clear goods and people.
Right, that's right. We have a customs agent that's right there at the Lansing Airport to be able to clear, maybe it's corporate flights coming in from Europe, or maybe it's a vacation flight that's coming in from Mexico. But then we can also clear cargo. So those products that are coming in overseas that are in containers being stuck at the border for days, this gives those corporations that opportunity to put it in a truck, put it in on the rail, bring it to Lansing, and our agents can clear procure that product in a matter of hours versus days. And so it's really creating that economic opportunity to support growth within our region, even though we don't sit right on a coastline.
Yeah. You can hear, we are at the policy conference. You can hear all the loud people going by right now, right? They're on their way to some private room there. So let's talk a little bit about how the industry has changed, because I've got a little background in the industry, and it used to be you used to go call on the traffic people at the airlines, and they would say, oh yeah, if you can substantiate it, we'll put a flight in. Then you had to go with a big bag of money, and if you didn't subsidize the risk out of it, they wouldn't come.
Yeah.
What about now?
Well, think of air service development almost like MEDC looks at bringing in a new corporation into the state of Michigan, right? There's incentive, there's opportunities that are there to help alleviate your startup cost. And those same types of programs are being offered to airlines. But the thing is, it's not coming from the state side, it's from the airport or your community. And that's really where within the Lansing area that we have to support these opportunities, whether it's through the airport authority or through our community to support marketing, some of those startup costs and operational costs. But then we also talk about pilot shortage, right, and mechanic shortage. We have staffing shortages of trying to help support these carriers to start up. So there's a lot of great discussions that we're having right now. There's a lot of opportunity within our central location, but the most important thing is we got to use the services that we currently have to see opportunities for growth. So that American service to DC, Chicago, the Delta service to Detroit, those services need to be supported for opportunities for future destinations and markets.
So, and I have to tell you, too, we're out of time, but if you don't have an airport, your community suffers over it. So, Nicole Noll-Williams, who is the CEO of the Lansing Regional International Airport, you're watching us on the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, coming to you from Mackinac Island.